Hey, what's up, guys? So this is my continuation of my Claire B run S plus max items, and if you heard that in the background, that was my dog. Sorry about that. But so far, feeling pretty good. You know, haven't had too many screw ups. On my way to fight the G2 Birkin. So we're just gonna run down here, and I'm gonna pick up the grenade that's here in the bottom, which we're not gonna use against Birkin. I brought the two knives and just the handgun and the flashbang grenade, and that's all we're going to use for this fight. After picking up some of the other knife strategies I've found on YouTube and Reddit, that's what we're going to use, and that's kind of what's been working for me. So we're going to go ahead and watch this cutscene, and then we're going to get into the encounter.
Budge. Hello? Hey. It's okay. I won't hurt you, I promise. Do you need help? Here, you can take my hand.
You need help.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
What? Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Words ain't gonna cut it.
Okay, so knife strat, same thing as I did in my A run. Just gonna run up to him and just kind of start knifing him, slashing him, trying to stick to the right side where his big eye is. And he's gonna get to a point where he tries to grab me, and as you see, I got lucky and dodged it there. But he's gonna get me here. Oh, nope, I got lucky. Lucky enough to stagger him before. So now that he's gotten back up, I'm just gonna go ahead and run away and bring him to this area. Essentially the same thing I did in my A run. So I'm just gonna flash him here, which will stagger him. I'm gonna make sure my indestructible combat knife is equipped, and I'm just gonna keep going to work on him while he's staggered. And see, I staggered him again. And this is looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good with this fight right here. So now that he's kind of roaming around the room, I'm just going to try and keep sticking to him while he keeps swinging away. And as you see, I staggered him and fight's over. That was a pretty flawless encounter.
Oh, crap. Oh, God. Hey, little girl. It's safe now. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. Everything's fine. I just need you to lower that ladder for me.
Will you help me find my mom?
Your mom is down here?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, of course. I'll help you.
Okay, so watch the cutscene. Claire's gonna agree to help Sherry out. So we're just gonna run around the rest of the room and just kind of collect the items that we didn't use for the encounter. So this is good because it's going to give us a little surplus on handgun ammo, which is crucial during the second run since you don't get as many rounds as you did in your first run. Plus, you can't use gunpowder to make any more 45 caliber ammo, which don't know why they did that. That's just the way it is, so we just gotta deal with it. So anyways, we're gonna go around, collect everything, then we're gonna go meet up with Sherry, and then get to the parking garage.
This way! It won't move. You got it!
So, what's your mom like?
She works at Umbrella. She's making it organic medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
My mom's always at work. I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So, where's your dad?
He, works with my mom.
Okay, so after talking with Sherry, we're gonna go to our inventory
Both of my
spot,
parents are
and
gone, and it's
only thing
just
we're
me
gonna
and my
take
brother.
Oh,
for the
I'm
parking
so-
garage and subsequent areas is basically the handgun and the handgun ammo. We're actually going to pick up a lot of items here, so we need as much space in our inventory as we can. And since you're like me, you don't not take damage during my runs. I do collect as many healing items as I can. But funny thing is, after getting to a certain point, you have so many healing items in your inventory, you can literally probably start skipping more and more healing items that you run across later in the game, specifically just to speed things up. And I don't know, maybe I'll actually do a run where I do that and see what my finish time is. But for now, this is what I'm doing, and we're gonna go ahead and watch this cutscene.
And you're sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Sherry? I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now. Sherry, tie your hands.
Why are you doing this?
Shut up. Tired. Okay then. You tie her up now, or she dies.
What's this all about?
Child endangerment for starters. Sherry, come here.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
You hurt her. I swear to God, my brother is stars, and I will.
Sherry, get over here. What's your name? What's your fucking name?
Claire!
Sherry, you come with me now, or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him. He's full of shit.
Stop hurting her, please!
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Stop! Let me go! Let me go!
Obviously, nobody taught you manners. We'll fix that. Oh, yes, we will.
Let me go! Let me go!
I'll get you, you fucker! Stay safe, Sherry.
Okay, so
Okay.
Clara is gonna make Irons
Keep her
pay. She's
first.
probably singing that song
That
from
asshole gets
Commando
what's coming to him.
at the rolling credits. If anybody's seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. Where she's saying, "I like you, Iron. That's why I'm gonna kill you last." Okay, No more Arnold impressions. Actually, no, I can't promise that. I love watching his movies, and I love his one-liners. So anyways. So we're going to roll in here, go to the firing range, pick up the flame grenades, or the flame rounds. And we're going to make our way through the kennel and through the morgue. And obviously, because Claire needs the diamond key to progress, Leon doesn't need the diamond key to progress in either of his runs, except I go ahead and still get it because I do want it for the hip pouch upgrade. So anyways, so there's slickers in here, same thing as last time. We're just gonna walk through here, not aggro them, and then when we get out of this room, we're gonna go ahead and run into the morgue. So just like that. Okay, so we're free to start running here again. Alright, so we're going to get the red herb, combine that with our blue herb. We're going to leave that guy here in the corner for now, but now that we're at the other end of the room, we're going to go ahead and wake him. And I got very lucky there, got a crit, so that basically took his hit points from 1200 to 0, which is friggin' awesome because when you don't get a crit on him, he literally takes like 12 rounds to kill, even with all headshots. So I got lucky there. Thank the Capcom gods there. Now, here's the key. Now, if you don't pull him out all the way, he will actually not wake up when you pick up the key. So that's great. So we can just go ahead and leave this area scot-free. And now we're just going to walk back in here, the kennel, just to avoid the liquor again. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty good about my run, not taking any damage. I had a really good G1 encounter, right up until this part. And as you can see there, I accidentally ran because I got distracted for a second. And when I came back, that liquor didn't aggro, so I figured, okay, I can keep walking. But as you can see there, as soon as I got under him, he just aggroed to me and just smacked the hell out of me right there. So I'm like, oh crap. I'm just waiting for the aggro music to die down before I go back into the hall. So this is really going to put a damper on things because I can't walk and I can't move at a normal speed. So I'm going to just go ahead and limp my whole way, the whole way through the rest of this area. And that's probably going to eat up into my time a little bit because obviously Claire, when she's in danger, she can't walk very fast, but I also don't have a heal on me, so I'm just going to go ahead and suck it up and just walk through the rest of this area and come in here, grab the other red herb, and then I'm going to go ahead and exit out. I know I have a heal coming up, so that's why I'm not totally panicking. But it just goes to show you, look, see how much I screwed up there? We're going to be okay. We're still going to do this. So anyways, walk it out here because I can't run. Okay, so now that I'm in the clear, I can run again. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this little room and loot this area. And then I'm going to go up to Iron's office and I'll be able to use the heal there. So anyways, but we're going to be okay.
Bastard is the
We're going to be okay.
police chief?
Okay, so we picked up the grenade stock, still hurting a little bit, but we're almost there. We're almost there. We're going to get to Iron's office, and then we're going to get our heal. We're going to heal right back up to 100%. Claire's doing alright. She's doing okay. Okay. Okay, so we got a full heal there, but I'm not going to use that because I want to save those for my boss battles because of the constitution buff that you get. So, okay, so now we're back at the box with our full inventory. I'm going to go ahead and use a first aid spray to heal myself back up. And then we're okay. Alright. That probably did cut significantly into the amount of time I have to complete this run. Because not only did I have to go back into the kennel to wait for the aggro to wait for the liquor to lose aggro, but also couldn't move fast. So you know that's gonna come back and bite me in the tail later. But as long as I hustle, basically not screw around anymore, I can still do this. So I'm gonna go ahead. So we got the heart key, and we're gonna go ahead and do this part of the RPD. Okay, so inventory for this next part is basically handgun, ammo, combat knife, and some boards. Because we're going to use these boards to board up the window down at the basement area. Or what I should be saying is the first floor area of the RPD. Okay, so we're walking down. We're back to full health now, so we can move quickly now. And see that window, we're going to board it up. And then we're going to roll down here and use the heart key to get into the observation room after I go pick up this high-grade gunpowder. Alright, picking up some more ammo. Gonna pick up the portable safe here for the key, and I'm gonna screw around a little bit here. I still don't know if these are on a random combination or if there is a set pattern that you always follow. It doesn't seem like it to me, but again, bear with me here. This is just total failure on my part, and as you can see, clock is ticking away. I'm wasting valuable seconds that I'm gonna need later. So I need to hurry my behind up and open this safe. Crack the safe. I don't know, maybe I'll go look for Reddit or see if there's actual combination to these that is consistent with each run. Still failing. Still failing. Come on. Almost there. Oh, missed it again. You can do it. I may have been drinking while I was doing this video. Okay, almost. Maybe I'll just do myself a favor and edit this part out because it's so horrible. I could hear myself getting frustrated again. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole minute I wasted there almost. Okay, finally. Jeez. Okay, so we got the first key. The other one is still over there in the bathroom next to the RPD. So I'm going to walk here, and then I'm going to ready my knife. And as soon as this liquor jumps through, I'm just going to go ahead and start knifing him. And he tried to jump up there, and he fell back down. But he's actually going to get away from me here again. So I got my knife ready, and I'm seeing if he's going to... It seems like if he aggroed, or he just went back to his search mode. But I'm going to go ahead and finish him off here. Took only one more knife slash, and he's gone. Alright, so I'm just going to go in here, pick up the gunpowder, which really, again, you probably don't even need. Actually, you don't need it at all, because, yeah, you really don't. Not as Claire. Leon, you still need gunpowder, because you do use that to combine it with the other gun, with the high-grade gunpowder to make shotgun rounds. But anyways, now that I'm done wasting time there, I'm just going to go ahead back to the inventory and dump off the items that I picked up. And then I'm going to pick up my grenade launcher, some flame rounds, and I'm going to go upstairs and use the heart key to get the power panel part that we need. So I'm actually going to correct myself here now that I remember. It's 2 regular gunpowders create handgun ammo, which you don't need in the second run because you're using the 45 6-shooter. So 1 gunpowder and a high-grade gunpowder, that should give you acid rounds, while combining 2 gunpowder will give you the SMG rounds. So yeah, you do need some gunpowder if you want to make acid rounds, so I stand corrected there. So I don't like to screw around in this part, so I just go ahead and bring the grenade launcher and some flame rounds and just take these guys out. Once the DOT on them ticks all the way down, they'll just go ahead and die, fall on the ground. So I'm going to go in here, use the heart key, collect the power panel, and then collect the combat knife. And then I'm going to go back down and drop off all the items again and get ready to move on to the next part. So you do a lot of backtracking here, or at least I do. Some people probably don't need to, but like I said, I'm going for as many items as I can pick up on this run. So I am going to backtrack down to the item box and drop everything off. So you don't need those boards right there because Claire, that was the last window she needed to board up down in the first floor. So anyways, going back to the item box, and I'm going to drop everything off. And this is where I'm going to fill up my inventory, but all the items will get used one way or another once I get through this next part. So it's basically, I'm going to take all the keys. I'm going to go ahead and take that spade key, the diamond key, the book, the key, one of the keys for the panel, the jewelry box, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my handgun, the ammo, and a bad knife just in case I get grabbed. And then I'm going to use all these items as I move through this next part. I guess since Claire isn't heavy like Leon is, she doesn't break the ladder on her way down. So, grabbing those ammo rounds, or the handgun rounds, sorry. Getting the red herb. And there's 2 zombies I'm going to go ahead and deal with down here. And I was just pausing there just to check what time I'm at.
What the hell is up with you?
So, put a few rounds on her, she goes down. So I'm not going to bother her or swipe her, I just need her to stay down for the time being. Run back here, grab the 2 herbs, combine them with one of the red herbs that I got, and just leave that other green herb just as it is. And I'm going to walk over here, and this guy's going to come out. Since I'm not going to try for a headshot, I'll just go for a body shot. And as you see, I got a crit there. And then another headshot, put him on the ground. So that's all I'm going to do with those guys. I'm not even going to keep firing at them, wasting rounds, because I'm not going to come back down here. So I'm going to run up here, and we're going to put out the fire, and we're going to get ready for Mr. X. Okay, so here's the big boy here. So we're just going to run out here, back out to the balcony area, and we're just going to wait for him back here. Now I realize I'm actually losing time as I'm doing this, but what I'm going to try and attempt, what I need him to do is basically take a swing at me like that and miss, so he's going to be recovering for a second, and that was going to give me enough time to actually get through this area, open the last spade door, and get the jewel that I need to actually get the SMG that I'm going to want later on. So when you run by this door, make sure you unlock it. I've actually forgot to unlock it once, so I couldn't just run right outside the door. But I think I have enough distance between me and Mr. X to where he's actually not going to follow me in here. So I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay for now. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use the book in the hand, and I'm going to put it on the statue, and I will get the jewel that I need to get the stars badge. Okay. So this liquor is just gonna burst through the window, and all you gotta do is walk around him. He senses you, but he doesn't see you or know where you are exactly. So just walk and you'll be alright. So I'm gonna pick that up, combine it with I'm gonna combine that with actually the other herb in a second. And then go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, so now I got the badge. And I got inventory space. Actually, I did not combine the other herb with that other green herb. So I'm going to do something a little unorthodox. I took a risk and tried getting the silencer this way. Just by going back through the secret room and going back through the underground passageway down to the bottom floor and pick up the silencer. And I think it actually worked out in my favor. So anyways, we're going to go up here. We got to call the elevator back up, so we got to wait a second. And then we're going to go back down. But it's okay because we're not, since I haven't really figured out if there is an actual way. Maybe there is a way to get all the weapon upgrades, but you have to actually skip some healing items or skip some items just to help your run, make you speed through some of the areas more so you don't have to backtrack so much. But anyways, I'm going to go down here, I'm going to open this up, get the silencer for the SMG. Now that we got the silencer, we're going to go ahead and head back up, and we're going to run through the west office area. And that's the route we're going to take to get back to the STARS office. Since in the first bit of the RPD that I went through, I didn't unlock that door that led from the STARS office to the library because of the route I took to get back up to the third floor to get the Maiden Medallion. So I'm going to go ahead and bank items in here, and I'm just going to take the diamond key, the handgun, the badge, the key, and I'm going to go through the west office. So I'm walking here just to make sure I don't aggro the other zombie here, but it looks like she aggroed anyways. And with this zombie here, since he aggroed to me, I'm going to go ahead and stun him here and then run through the west hallway, because what I don't want him to do is actually follow me into this area. So now that the liquor has gone ahead and spawned here, this is where we walk through this area. And since I don't think I need to go back through the dark room and manage my inventory, I'm just going to go all the way up the stairs. Now, you really don't want to run up the stairs here because that liquor can still hear you if he's in the hallway. So wait till you're about 20 feet from the bathroom, and then you can start running. So now that I've safely made it to the STARS area, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the new weapon here, use the STARS badge. And then I'm just going to leave the STARS badge here because we're not coming back to this area for the extended magazine. So now that okay, just one second here. Okay, doors open, we got our SMG. And pick up the letter from Chris because I like hearing the inner monologue or inner dialogue that they have in these games. Since I hear Mr. X outside, I'm just going to go ahead and stay in the STARS office until it's safe to come out. So I'm just going to poke my head out here for a second. And I already know, I'm like, come on, Mr. X, I don't have time to screw around here. So I'm just going to look, and there he is. But it looks like he's going around to the women's bathroom, and he's going to go that route. So I'm just going to look at him just to make sure he keeps going that way. And since he is, I'm going to go to the linen room and get the other key that I need. And hopefully I don't waste too much time trying to open the safe this time. So we're going to open this door. That does it for the diamond key, so I can get that out of my inventory. And since there's gunpowder here, I was going to go ahead and pick it up. But you really want to use the large gunpowders to combine with the high grade gunpowder to make acid rounds. So now I'm going to book it back down to the first floor, and hopefully I don't run into any issues here. Doesn't look like I am. But I am going to go back in my inventory, and I'm going to go ahead and set my inventory for this next part of the RPD where we're going to go to the clock tower. So we're going to open this thing. Hopefully I can do it in less time. Let's see here. Okay. Of all the puzzles in this game, I do not like these. You just gotta keep mashing buttons until you get the sequence down. Okay, there it is. So we got the second key so we can get our inventory upgrade. Banking everything except we still want a knife. Actually no, because we're going to pick another one up here in a second. So we want the gear, we want the heart key, and looks like that is going to be it. I also take a flashbang grenade here just in case I need it. And now we're ready to go get our inventory upgrade. So we're just going to poke our head out here. Mr. X, don't hear him. Okay. So we're just going to walk down the hallway, and we're just going to slip by the liquor and get into the storage locker room. And it looks like he decided to move it to another place, so we're scot-free here. So we're going to go ahead and loot everything in this room. And then we're going to get ready to get the car jack handle that we'll be using for the library. So as we were walking to the safety locker room, I did hear Mr. X's foot stomping. So he's in the area, but it looks like he hasn't quite picked up on where we are yet. So we got to be careful here. So no running through this area. Just gonna walk and collect everything. I mean, even if he did come in this area, we'd still be okay because we could run around the room and he's just going to keep following us. As long as we don't get too ahead of him, he won't switch direction on us and do something smart like that. So there's our inventory upgrade, so we got some more room to play with. And then we're just going to see, looks like there's no Mr. X, but there's a liquor, so we're just going to walk by him. We didn't aggro him, so we're okay. And we're going to go into the file room. Okay, so we got the items we need here, and now we're going to get a visit from Mr. X. He doesn't always come in here when you get those items, but this time he did. So I led him around the far side of the room so I have some time to get away from him. That liquor, just gonna walk by him. He aggroed, but as you see, he took a swing and he missed. And we're just gonna run through this area all the way to the library. And that zombie was turned away, thankfully, so she didn't have time to actually grab me or try and attack me. And we're okay to run in that space right there because remember that other zombie slumped in the corner. He only wakes up if you actually cross that area of the desk. Okay, so we're going to quickly do this. Mr. X is still on our tails. I'm just kind of checking to see where he is because I hear him. But we're going up the ladder and we should be okay. Okay, we're almost done with the RPD. One more thing left. Running down this area, there's a couple zombies here. We don't want to mess with these guys too much because Mr. X is on our tail, so I took the option of stunning him there, and I got him in one shot. So I was able to just run right past them. Now we're in the clock tower, and we're just going to do this puzzle here. Make sure you grab the large gear out of that system right there. Because if you forget it, you're gonna have to run back downstairs. Okay, so we're gonna go back here, get the large gunpowder, and we'll be using that later. and we're going to finish this clock tower puzzle.
That worked.
Okay, we got the panel part now. Checking down the door, or I'm sorry, hallway. That other zombie is now at the other end, so we're gonna go the other way back to Iron's office, and we're just gonna stun that guy, and we are scot-free for now, at least. For now, don't have to worry about the zomboids, whatever you call them. Whatever the proper nomenclature is. And we're now back into Irons' office. And we are ready to proceed through to the sewers. So the only thing we're going to take here is after we do the part for Sherry. We'll come back to this later, but we're going to go ahead and open the door and grab the parking pass key card. Solution here. There you go. The solution is the same every time for this puzzle, so that's a good thing. It's not like the portable safe where it changes all the time. So we're going to watch this cutscene and we're going to go ahead and do Sherry's part.
Hello?
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
Where's that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her...
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
Don't worry, Sherry. It'll be all over soon.
There has to be a way out of here.
So Sherry's got to be Solid Snake here for a second and do some sneaking around. So we got the doll. We're going to get the block. And this puzzle always annoys me. I know there's a solution for it, a proper solution for it every single time, but I never bothered to figure that out. I just kind of muscle my way through it. So I'm going to move that block over there. Okay, accidentally hit my B button, so I'm going to get back in there. And then I'm just going to keep trying to line up the blocks here. Okay, that one doesn't work. Looks like I need to move this block around. Okay, so I'm going to put that block back there. Looks like I'm getting closer. Maybe not. All right, there we go. I actually did get the achievement for getting out of the room in under a minute, but obviously I don't think I got that here again. So now that we got the scissors, we're gonna cut the hole in the wall and move out of this area, which
What is this?
I don't know if you know kids or not, but they would just tear right through that thing. You don't need no scissors. So we're just gonna open the door up and climb through the window in order to get to the main nursery area or play area. And then we're gonna make our way down to where Irons is and start that sequence.
That must be the door out of here. Oh no.
So this
It's
part
him.
for Sherry, you know, if you don't do it right, you can basically screw up your entire run. So it's really behoove you to know his pattern when you're trying to hide from
Where you
him.
going, Sherry? I told you to stay put. You need to learn to listen.
Leave me alone. Just please.
Time to teach some manners. You little bitch! You're gonna pay for this! You little shit! You hear?
Okay, so we're running
You are gonna
back
be so
through this
fucking
area,
sorry.
this hallway, and we're gonna go back up to the nursery. And then we just gotta wait for Irons to catch up to us.
You stupid bitch! That's a dead end!
What I do, I basically stay around this middle cubby shelf area where the chair is, and I basically stay right here or move around this area the whole time during this encounter. And I don't trust myself to actually go and hide under the table during the last part of his scan of the area, because,
It's all over now!
well, really, I don't trust myself not to screw it up. So anyways, I stay in this area, and he's gonna come here again. You know, it's the same thing as the A scenario. He's gonna come here, he's gonna move
The
to
longer it takes me to
the
find
left
you,
side of the room,
worse it's gonna be.
or to Sherry's right. So we're just gonna move around to the other side, and he's gonna go back there, and he's gonna move the crib out of the way and search there.
Oh god. Oh god.
Little bitch has gotta be here somewhere.
You have to be careful right there, because one time I was trying for an S run and I was hiding. I thought it was clearly behind the shelves right there, and when he turned around, he spotted me. And so it looks like Sherry's hitbox is a little wider than you think, so that part right there can get a little tricky too, because he peers over and uses his flashlight to try and shine a light on that area in the corner. So you want to make sure you're not staying there, but as soon, he does that part really quick, so as soon as he moves back over to searching
This is your
around
last
the
fucking
shelf area,
chance.
you want to
Show
make sure you
yourself.
move to the other side so
Now.
he can't see you. And that is pretty much it right there. He's gonna complain about being hit with acid and run to the bathroom, so you're basically okay just to kind of follow him here, and then we're gonna grab the key while he's occupied.
Fuck is my key?
Once Sherry gets to that door, this is pretty much the end of Sherry's portion. And apologize back there if the sound kind of dropped off. Some sound or something on my computer snuck in there, so I had to edit it out. So we see Irons here get face hugged, alien style, and that's going to be it for this part. So now we're going to go back to Claire.
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time! Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Pendant? What do you need it for?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage. Where is that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Is Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her... Are you serious? Damn it! Just you wait, asshole!
Claire is on a mission. She is gonna go get Irons. You don't want to mess with Claire because she's got rock puncher Chris Redfield as a brother, so I'm pretty sure she knows how to handle her biz. So okay, we got the SMG. We're gonna go ahead and equip the silencer because I think it actually makes your shot groupings tighter. And we're going to be dealing with the Cerberus dogs, and they can be a little tricky.
You again?
And Mr. X is gonna show up here while we are waiting for the gate to open, but he's easy to deal with. Just run around the car, he'll chase you. I'm gonna run in this area and pick up that green herb, and we're just gonna go ahead and book it to the kendo shop area, and we're gonna use that back alleyway to escape. So we have to pass by these zombies in order for them to knock the gate down. But since we have Mr. X on our tail, we kind of have to run around this police vehicle here. And the zombies are not actually doing what I want, so I'm going to try and go around the police vehicle there, and Mr. X is cutting me off there. And luckily, this zombie staggers, so it gives me some room to get away.
Looks like the only way forward.
And now I'm going to run up the stairs, and I'm going to head over to where the playground area is and the orphanage is. As we make our way down the stairs here, I'm going to try and get a crit on this zombie right here, but it doesn't work. So my next option is I'm going to go ahead and take one of her legs out. And lucky me that it only took about 3 shots. She will climb over the dumpster as you're trying to deal with this dog, so I don't feel rushed. I will just go ahead and take her leg out, and then I can deal with the dog. And this zombie dog is going to jump up on the car hood right here. There he is. So we're just going to hit him here and hit him a couple more times, and he'll go down. Usually the zombie dogs take about 3 rounds to kill. Unless you get a crit, then sometimes it'll take 1 or 2. But that zombie dog just going to charge at me and give me a good target, so went ahead and hit him with the the 6-shooter. So right here, I'm going to switch to the SMG because I don't want to keep going through my handgun rounds. So he tried to get up there, and I'm going to hit him, and he's going to fall back down. And then there's one more zombie dog we got to deal with. So we're just going to make him come at us by moving closer to the fence, and he's down. Now we're going to go pick up the ammo and pick up the green herb here. And then we're going to make our way through the bus and then make our way over to the orphanage. There's a blue herb here next to the bus that we're going to pick up. Combine it with our... No, don't need to combine it now. There's a grenade here in the bus that we want to make sure we get because we need those grenades later. And I got a lucky crit there. Normally I'll try for the headshot crit, and if I don't get him in a couple shots... Oop, I got hit by a dog there. I thought the dog had already gone to another area, so that was just bad timing on my part. But so now we're back in caution, but it's okay because I will heal up after this area. And Claire still runs pretty fast even when she's in caution, so I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead and limp my way through this area.
Hang on, Sherry.
I still am cognizant of the time. I do got to get in the sewers as fast as I can.
Hello?
But there are
I have the pendants.
SMG rounds up here and a first aid spray that I do want to collect.
Sherry?
And I still think I have
Sherry,
time
are
to.
you here?
Okay, first aid spray, SMG rounds. And we're going to make our way down to Irons' taxidermy office.
Your fault.
What?
Took too long.
What happened? Oh, God. Get off me!
This part reminds me of Aliens.
Oh, my God.
Irons got face hugged, and then he had an
Jesus
alien burst out of his chest. Well, in this case, the G embryo. Probably a throwback to the Aliens movies. Big fan. Okay, so now we're going to go down the ladder and complete this next part. And then we're going to be in the sewers.
Sherry? Where are you?
Claire!
Sherry? I'll be right there! Go, go, go!
Claire! It's behind you!
Don't stop!
Hurry!
Keep going. Sherry, come on.
So in pursuit of Claire and Sherry, Mr. X meets his end by G1.5 Birkin. I think that's what you'd call him. Well, I guess you could say G2. So he's going to tear him in half, and not even Mr. X can get up from that. And alright, we are going to the sewers.
Claire, are you all right? Can you hear me? Claire? Claire, you have to get up. He's going to get us. Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes. Hold still. Not infected. Sherry? Where's Sherry? Sherry's fine. Do you know Sherry?
Impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
Who are you? I'm Claire.
Didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Oh,
she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't have time to play 20 questions. Everything's under control.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
Sherry's her daughter?
Okay, we're gonna prep a little bit before we go down in the sewers. So we're gonna bank a number of items. We're gonna take the handgun, ammo, a knife, a flashbang, and just kind of bank everything else. I don't know why I picked up that ink ribbon. I'm just gonna toss it. Actually, I did not. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal to full health there. And drop down in the sewers.
Sherry? Can you hear me?
I think as I think about it, maybe next time I do a playthrough and try and get an S plus run, I'm actually making an attempt to actually see if I can do it in enough time to go back through the RPD and pick up the other weapon upgrades. Maybe I'll try to my Leon one, who knows. But I think I already recorded it. I'm just in the middle of editing it. Claire doesn't mean any G mutants in this area, the way Leon does, so we're just gonna cruise through this area and go up to the control room here.
Here?
Now there are 3 zombies in this control room, but they're pretty easy to deal with, hence the reason why I brought with me a flashbang grenade. So we're going to immediately run in here, pick up the flame rounds, and then we're just kind of let the zombies come to me. And when they get close enough, I'll go ahead and toss the flashbang grenade, which will stun them. And then open this. It's S, Z as in Zulu, F as in Fox. And grab the SMG rounds. And that was it. We're never going to come back to this area. Now that we're in the sewage control room, we're going to watch this cutscene real quick.
What is this?
Sherry, I told you, I cannot leave here until my work is done.
That's what you always say.
Sherry?
Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
Hey, Sherry!
I was scared. Those things were everywhere, and
You should have called the police. That's what we taught you.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so...
Sherry, I don't have time for this.
Oh no. Sherry! Sherry, I'm coming! Hold on, Sherry. I'll be right there.
So I'm going to go here after dropping some items off and picking up some items. I'm going to go ahead and preset the plugs here, the night plug and the bishop plug. So I have the SLS, the handgun ammo. I'm going to grab a grenade out of the trunk here in a sec. And this is the part where we really gotta hustle. Because I know I'm getting short on time, and I need to get to the G2 fight with enough time to make it through the nest. So this is why we don't go back to the ARPD, which, like I was saying, maybe in a later playthrough I'll give it a shot and see if I can collect everything, except maybe leaving behind some gunpowder here, gunpowder there, or some healing items. I mean, as long as I can manage not to take damage, I'll be alright. So there's the T valve handle. And same thing as the A run. I'm going to go down here where the safe is. And I'm going to get the frame upgrade for the SLS so we can shoot the high powered rounds. Combination is 212-8. So we got the upgrade, so we're just going to go ahead and equip that now. And the blue herb here, I'm going to go ahead and grab it and combine it. And as long as we do not touch that zombie, he will not aggro. So this is the part where I use the grenade, same as the A round. I'm just going to get down to a little more than halfway down the stairs, probably closer to the opening, and just going to lob it in there. And that's going to take out or severely cripple these zombies here. So he wasn't dead, but one more shot in the head gave me a crit. And I'm just going to poke that guy in the butt there just to make sure he doesn't get up. I'm going to come down here and use the T-valve handle, and I'm going to go get the sewer key right now. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go to the sewer workman area. Use the key there, gather up some stuff. Get the rook plug, and then we're going to quickly make our way back to this area. So there's that key, or I'm sorry, not key, but grenade that we used earlier to blow up those zombies. And we're going to run through this area, avoiding the Jimmy, and he's going to slip out of here. Make sure you don't run straight through the middle of the path, otherwise he'll stagger you and potentially grab you, so we don't want that happening. So we're going to open this door, and we're going to take the elevator up into the workman area.
The fuck?
Some high-powered rounds, great. So we're going to use these high-powered rounds for a few guys here. We're going to immediately go ahead and use it on him. Pick up the rounds there. We're not going to grab that roll of film there since we're not going back to the RPD to get the weapon upgrades. And I got a really lucky shot there that Homeboy's head wasn't bobbing and weaving. And since this guy's moving too much, I'm just going to go ahead and use the 6-shooter, and I got a lucky crit there. So we're doing pretty good. So far, so good. The other thing you can do is that if you don't want to waste rounds or SLS rounds, is just kind of go back in the office and wait for them to break down the door. And as soon as they come in, you got a clear headshot right there. And you almost can't miss. Unless you're really bad like me. Okay, so now that we've taken care of these zombies in the area, we're going to open up the doors using the key. But first we're going to go down here and just collect the other knife. And at this point, like I said before, we're getting so much in our inventory that if you want to just keep running, keep going, and don't even worry about some of these items. But this is a max items run for me, so I'm going to collect everything I can. In here, there's going to be a large gunpowder that we're going to be using later to create acid rounds. And we actually are going to go up the secret passage here. Now that we can get rid of this key. Because there's some more SLS rounds that I want to go ahead and get. But that's the farthest we're going to actually go. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the Roadblock here. Just in case I need a spot in my inventory and I need to leave something behind. But most likely what I'll do is I'll just toss the gunpowder if I run out of inventory space. I've seen people not even do a speed run, complete this entire second run in like 1.5 hours, so that is pretty awesome. So obviously I take a lot of time gathering items to a point where I probably don't need to. There's that flyer there if you need to know the combination to the combination lock in the control room. Okay, so we're going to run back through here, go down, and we're going to watch for the G mutant as we exit this area. So he's right there. He's going to do his little head bob right here, and as soon as he does that, we can jump in and start running. And now we've avoided him. And now comes the final part of the sewer run before you get to the G2 fight. And not my favorite part of the game. But I'm going to go back and rearrange my inventory a little bit. Okay, so this is what we're going to take for the water treatment area. So SMG, no stock or silencer. Grenade launcher, no stock. Flame rounds, SMG rounds. And I'm going to take a bad knife with me. Actually, I am going to use the SMG silencer because I want a tighter grouping when I attack the G mutants. So I'm going to make my way down to the water treatment area in a second. Here we go.
Okay. This place is creepy. Jesus.
Now that I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the green herb. And I always take out at least one G mutant here, and this one happens to be the unlucky one. So start with a few SMG rounds, just kind of pepper him a little bit, and then I hit him with a flame round. So while he's burning, I'm just going to finish him off here with the SMG. And this is kind of where things go to crap for me here. So that G mutant does do what it's supposed to do and walk into the other corridor. So I can run over here and get these other SMG rounds. But what happens here is that he is too far back to where I can't move around him. So as you can see, I got hit with one of the embryos. So now I'm poisoned. So I'm like, okay, I can still move out of the way quick enough, but what I did wrong there was I was in the path of that gene. But I'm going to use my knife to get out of this one. But now I'm going to get grabbed by the zombie. So I'm like, oh crap. So there's still a G mute in front of me, so I'm going to try and move around him, which I'm able to while poisoned and in danger. So luckily I made it out there, and that was like the worst thing that could happen while attempting this part of the sewers. So I'm in danger, I'm poisoned, and I'm moving slow again, so which means I'm running out of time. I have a full heal right there, but I can't use it yet because I really need the blue herb that is over in that corner. So I'm sucking it up, and I make it to the blue herb. So I'm going to combine all three and use the heal right now. So that'll put me back to fine. But I did lose some valuable time there. But I press on, and I'm going to use the SMG to take out this zombie right away because I don't want to have to deal with this guy. Okay. Just going to keep hitting him. Hit him until he stops moving. Looks like he's down. Okay. No, he's not down yet. Okay. I probably could have just used the flame round right there and be done with it. Because, like I've said before, you get plenty of flame rounds. Okay, so got rid of that zombie down there, so we're going to use that king plug and we're going to get our spark shot, which is a really good weapon. It's very powerful, especially against living creatures. Did I get that quote right? Okay, man. Okay, so now that we got our spark shot, I'm going to take care of this guy a little bit more. I'm telling you, I should have just used a flame round and just been done with it. That wouldn't have to screw around and waste SMG ammo, precious SMG ammo that I'm going to need later. So we're going to do this part of the puzzle and use the plug to exit the area and take both the plugs with us while we are at it. So by this point I'm really just hoping that this second part of the sewer run is going to go better for me than the first part did, because I think if I screw up here, that's going to end my run. So I know the zombie here is going to be still kicking around here because I didn't hit him. So I'm not even going to mess with him here. So I'm just going to hit him with a flame round, and he's going to go down. And I'm going to be on the lookout for the other two G mutants in this area. Remember, I killed one, so there's only two. So carefully scanning the area, I see that one is over there, and I'm not seeing the other one. So since he might be right in front of me, I'm just going to kind of hug the side of the wall here, and he didn't pop up, so I'm going to go ahead and run and get out of this area. So there's only one more roadblock left. This zombie can give us problems later, so I'm going to go ahead and take him out. Again, I probably could have used a flame round, but since I don't have the stock, it's not as accurate, so it's probably better to use the SMG. So this guy's going to make his charge at me, and if you stand back far enough, he'll miss. And once he misses, you can just run right by him. So that part of the sewers actually went so much better for me. And now I just need to prep for the G2 fight. So I'm going to run back to the control room area, insert the plugs, and then prep for the second boss fight. So we're nearing the end of my part 2 video for the Claire's second S Plus run, and if you stayed with me this long, thank you very much. I know that the second part of my S Plus runs is usually the longest, but if you enjoyed it, thank you very much. And I'm gonna go ahead and set those final 2 plugs there, or 3 plugs I should say.
All right, Sherry.
and open the door. I'm just going to do a little inventory management here, get ready for the fight. I don't use a spark shot, and I go ahead and connect the stock back to the nade launcher, and I bring obviously some rounds for each. because you're going to get a knife and you're going to get a full heal. So I'm going to go ahead and bring like a first aid spray with me. So that pretty much does it for this video. I'm going to make my second save. And I will see you for the final part. Thank you for watching.